Hey everybody, it's Jason Ricci back with another YouTube video. I had gotten a request to make a video about playing melodically. It would be much easier to show you how to play melodically if I had somebody to play the piano behind you. I actually tried making that video and it didn't come out so good. But anyway, let me just give it to you really simple. Melody is just a series of notes put together, and usually they're notes from a scale. So if somebody says, somebody sounds melodic, well, it's because they're telling a story or they're creating a particular feeling with a grouping of notes. So the first thing I'd like to get into your guys' heads out there is, just because you have all of the ability to play chromatically and to bend notes and to play any note in the world on a harmonica. Maybe you have that ability, maybe you're just learning that now, but the point is it doesn't mean you have to. A lot of people talk about the whole less is more thing, and I'm certainly not one of the people that gets revered for being a less is more player, but I do know a little bit about exclusion. And by exclusion I mean picking certain notes. Now I might play a lot of notes fast, and I might play pretty fast, but every time I'm playing fast there's a target group of notes that I'm going for, as well as a target group of notes that I'm avoiding. Okay, why? Well, there's certain notes create certain feelings. So if we're dealing with a major scale, and let's deal in cross harp on a C harp, okay? Okay, now you don't need to be able to play that on cross harp because it does have the overblow in it on the 5. If you just took it, okay, and skip that note, okay? The main thing is that you don't play these other notes that are in between, like the flat third or the 4-draw bend or the 5-draw. So you're skipping the 3-draw bend to half step, the blue note, and you're skipping the 4-draw bend, which is also a blue note, the flat 5, and you're skipping the 5-draw, the flat 7. So you're skipping these notes. Okay, those are the main blue notes in the pentatonic scale, or the blue scale. So instead you're playing 2-draw, 3-draw bend to whole step, 3-draw natural, 4-blow, 4-draw, 5-blow, 6. And if you can put the overblow in, great. Okay, keep in mind you can also get that note in the as a 2-draw bent to half step. See my new video I just posted called Overblows Made Easy or something like that. So you can use it down there. So anyway, you get used to playing around with those groupings of notes. And then you just start playing with them. Just randomly, just whatever sounds pretty. Take them up another octave, like use the 7-draw, the 7-blow, maybe the 8-draw. Those are all the equivalents of notes down there. You should be learning where all your notes are the same in each octave. Okay, so that's the beginning. Now, it sounds melodic because I'm using a particular scale, a particular grouping of notes. If I were to just add in all of the notes, it wouldn't sound nearly as melodic. I was just randomly throwing in notes, but just okay, and you can even play fast, but as long as you have that particular grouping. still really melodic. Okay, the reason it is melodic is because I'm just grouping them in. Just avoiding a lot of other notes and just playing those particular ones. Now here's what I really want to talk about, is when you mix them up, mix two different scales up. So I just showed you, part of the major scale, or the whole major scale. Now mix that with the pentatonic, or the blues. Not at the same time though. Mix it later. Say one thing pretty. Did you hear that? Okay, I played the first part, majors, all major. And then the second part, minor. And put them together, and this is what you get. Okay, now I'm just mixing these randomly. I mean, this isn't a song I've ever played or created, or it's just random riffs mixed together. But there's a definite feel. One's happy and one's dark. This is a good way to begin playing melodically. Just take two different scales, one maybe major and one maybe minor, and play them. Now always remember, you cannot play major over minor. Okay, but you can play minor over major. So it's okay to flat your thirds most of the time. Okay, but be careful when you're playing your three draw over a minor key, minor. Okay, now if we were in a minor key, what you could do is start mixing up a couple of different scales. Like instead of just playing, you could play. Then play the regular blues scale. Back to the other one. And then blue. See, what I'm getting at is I'm making one statement with one group of notes and then another statement with a very different group of notes. Each group of notes has something to avoid. When you play minor, when you play the pentatonic scale, for example, you're avoiding the 5 below, okay? You're avoiding the 3 draw unbent. You're making sure it's bent every time you hit it. Okay, but when you play major, you're avoiding it bent. Also avoiding the 2 draw bent. One of the mistakes I see a lot of players making these days, or I shouldn't say mistakes, but I should say limitations, okay, is what they'll do is you either hear guys who play all blues, everything is, and that's really cool, but there's no prettiness to it. There's no softness, or you hear the guys who are just mixing them both up. That wasn't even good, but you know what I mean. They're playing a lot of different notes, but when you separate them, you get real distinction. Now play the blues. Pretty. Or major, however you want to call it. Minor. Or minor, however you want to call it. Pretty again. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed it, and I hope you got something out of playing melodically. I hope I did it for you.